Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Terra Tech. And on this episode, we are going to be continuing sort of where we left off. Now, as you can see out there in the distance, I went ahead and finished up my wall, sort of. The reason I say sort of is because I ran out of cash several times. I went out, and as you guys can see, I cleared up all the debris that was out here. If you guys remember, there was just tons and tons of blocks out here. I had added up to around 15,000, which I used in a matter of seconds, really, to to finish building this thing off. Now we're gonna get a little closer here in a second. The only reason I'm not close enough right now is the noise is pretty loud because of the lasers, the little lightning or whatever. It's shooting out the electricity. So that is kind of rough. So I want it to be a little bit further away so you guys wouldn't have to listen to that as I kind of described what I did. So as you can see, I put shield bubbles as well as repair bubbles on there. Probably doesn't necessarily need that, but I went ahead and put it on there just for extra precaution because that is a lot of money invested right there. At least 45 to about 50 BB, 50,000 BB, I should say, invested in that one little area. Now you could do that very easily if you just pick up the pieces and slowly add on to it, but to get that nice little frame just to start with, it's kind of costly. I put weapons on the top, nothing fancy, just the AK-47 ones. Now later on I want to add these big ones on there, the Megaton. The only reason I didn't yet is because I'm kind of worried about the kickback. It's not mounted to the ground, so the kickback could rock it back and forth and maybe knock it off. But let's get a little closer so you guys can actually see what's going on here. And we zoom in a little bit. Now you'll see right there, it's going to go ahead and get a massive dose of energy very, very quickly. All I have to do is stretch up the center or the side of it, and I'm going to be fully charged like I am right now. It's going to continue to give me more electricity even though I'm fully charged. Now, you'll see right here in the front, it has several solar reactors combined with wireless chargers. That's what charges up the batteries during the day. At night, they're not being charged up. They're just retaining that amount of power because of all the batteries on there. And you can see I just put a massive number of batteries. Plenty of space for more. I'm not running out of that anytime soon. If we go over to the other side, you'll see, and if you think that's a lot of electricity, wait until the daytime when you pass by that, and all the solar reactors are actually able to charge you up as well. And I put some more solar reactors here on this side just to kind of keep it in place because it was kind of rocking around. And so I'm hoping with enough things on either side that it's really not going to move. But you can see the sun is coming back out. And as the sun comes back out, it's going to go ahead and start charging. In fact, if I get over here to the other side, but I don't get close enough to allow it to charge me up, you'll start to see that as soon as those solar reactors pop back out. There you go. So now it's charging up. So if I went off and I started to attack some stuff, this would still be fully charged, ready for me to come back up at the moment notice and get really close to it, or even not that close to it, to be honest. I just have to get within, I think, about 10 feet. There you go. And boom, I am fully charged again, and I'm ready to go off. That's all it took. That's all I needed right there. Did not take very long at all, to be honest. Now, before I head off, there's something else I need to do. I need to go back over here and buy a solar reactor as well as a wireless charger. And the reason I need to do that is I put down the one that I was actually using at the very beginning, and I forgot to buy one before this episode because I've been so busy trying to get that to the way I wanted it without running out of cash. Like, that's been the big thing, is I just keep running out of more and more money, and it's really not as I don't know, as finished as I would want. Like, I want it to be a lot better than it is, but I just don't have the money. Oh, seriously, we're minus 7? 7? Really? You're gonna do it to me for 7? Jeez, you guys bust me every single time. Okay, so we're gonna have to go over here and sell something really quick. Actually, what we can do is just have them sell some of these resources, and we can go back in there if we can get it to actually go in there. There we go. So that should be, yep, that is enough. We don't really need a lot. We just needed a little bit right there. Now we will rebuild, of course, the cache that we have as time goes on. As soon as we find another couple of these geocore bots that we can sell the pieces to, we should be ready to go. Now, if you look at the power we have, not only are we fully charged, but we're like supercharged. Our energy has not gone down even in the slightest. It's really amazing. I had no idea this thing's charged up as much as they did. It's freaking awesome. And so we're going to have a charge that lasts longer. We won't have to repair as often. And we're going to go off and see what we can find. Now, I'm hoping we'll find another couple bases if we're lucky, because we've been pretty lucky so far. We found, you know, 2 to 3 bases, depending on how you look at what you might consider to be a base. Some of the ones that we have found have been very, very small. Other ones incredibly large. So I think they kind of even themselves out. Now, we do have an enemy over here. Let's go ahead and take him out. You can see we're actually wrecking this guy from pretty far away. But he is hitting us. He's hitting our shields. And you can see that our power is being drained because of it. The more he hits us, the more our shields will be drained. Let's see, did he drop anything good for us? Now, he did drop some weapons. We might consider taking some of those back. Why is this? You know, I tried taking one of these 3-pound cannons and actually recycling it. And the moment I did that, it put this little light above it, and I could not get it to recycle. It just sat there for like 20 minutes while I did that whole thing over there, and it's a little ridiculous. Like, I don't understand why it's frozen. Like, it must be some kind of bug. The fact that I was doing so many other things and that at the same time just kind of freaked it out, and it doesn't know what to do with that now. I don't know what we can do to fix that. It's not all of them. It's just every once in a while you'll find a 3-pound cannon that has that little glowiness to it. That's it's kind of disconcerting. It's kind of weird that it didn't get rid of that illusion, and then on top of that, any new ones that you find still have that illusion. Like, somehow it's being passed on to blocks that are already in the game. So I don't know what to do with that, other than to say that it doesn't really affect the game. It's just something to be aware of, I guess, at the moment, until they fix it. And of course they will fix it. They do plenty of updates for this game all the time, and they are constantly making new add-ons and coming out with new content. Now, keep in mind, the new content that they come out with doesn't necessarily always fix things. Sometimes it makes things worse. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. I mean, they do add really cool things into the game, but when they add those things, sometimes it interferes with stuff that's already in the game. And man, things can go really crazy very quickly. It's interesting to see, but not so much interesting to play at all times, because there's been a few of the updates that they've done that have just broken the game completely to the extent that you can't even play it. Not only can you not play it, but there's no way you would want to. You know, even if you could, because it's just so broken that there's not going to be a lot of enjoyment there. Holy crap, how long does it take to kill this guy? There we go. Jeez, we had to destroy all the Geocore ones there, all the moneymaker that we could have got off of that. We did get a couple more batteries. Now, the batteries are really cheap, like 98 or something like that for the batteries. Holy crap, we got an invasion. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, while we're waiting for that, I am going to put down my solar reactor, if it will go down. There we go. And we're going to charge back up. That way, when it does respawn up there in the distance, you can see where it's going to land. We're far enough away from it that it's not going to be that big of an issue, but we're close enough that I don't really think our power is going to last, actually. So let's take this, and we'll run back, and we'll come back and grab this guy in a minute, because we do want to kill him. You've been invaded by the Defender from Warhawk EU. He doesn't look that bad, but he does have a shield, and it does look like a repair bubble. So we're going to have to get through that before we can really do any damage to him. Now, we do have another guy up here in the front. Wow, these guys spawn pretty often. Let's see, how far away are we from my wall? We might, and I stress the word might, make it back before our shields fail. I really don't think so. I think our thing is about to fail here. It's going to be an interesting test, though, because we're going to be fully drained or pretty close to it. And I want to see how long it takes for these batteries to be fully charged. Now, that lag you're seeing right there probably has to do with the fact that I just built this giant wall. Although, to be honest, I'm not getting nearly as much lag from this wall as I thought I would. The cab bot gave me so much more lag than this. So there are certain blocks in the game that create a little bit more lag than anything else. So I keep an eye out for that. Okay, let's see how long this takes, guys. There's a little health thing right there on the battery. It's counting up. It's going up pretty fast. Not nearly as fast as I would like. I would like maybe 4 times faster than that. That way I don't even have to stop here for long. You just kind of drive on by. Wait till that is fully charged. Give it a few more seconds because it does seem like it has almost another little square in there that you can't see that causes it to be a little bit like overcharged. And therefore the power goes down dramatically less than it normally does if you only kind of get it up to that point. Now I'm going to leave this guy alone. I'm going to try to go around him because I'm going to go after the invader first. Not only does he normally have better loot or better blocks on him because he's a player-made bot, and usually players will go all out and they put a whole bunch of good stuff on him. And if you can manage to destroy him but not completely annihilate him, you're going to get some pretty good stuff. But beyond that, when you destroy an invader, you get paid a certain amount of money. I don't know if it has something to do with the story. Maybe you're like a mercenary who's taking out one like a bad or somebody who's gone bad or something like that, a rogue, miner or something. I don't know what the holy crap. This guy is big. Well, we are about to find out if size matters when it comes to these bots. He does have a lot of weapons. That could be my my undoing right there, actually. Come on, stop lagging out. Kill him. Just die. There we go. Oh, come on. It got really clear there for a second. There. Nice. Destroy him. Yes. 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 Where's his cab? I want most of those most of those things attacked. I don't want to destroy everything. So I just need to destroy him enough that he goes boom. And it looks like I'm doing it. It looks like he's shooting down into the center of the Tootsie Roll, or the Tootsie Pop right there. How many shots does it take? Wow. Holy crap. Okay, now what am I going to do here? I can't take all this with me, can I? There's no way. There's absolutely no way I can take all this with me. I don't want to leave it. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. Man, this is gonna take forever. This is a lot of stuff. But all these blocks that I'm getting right now, not only are they worth a lot, but the ones that I'm not going to sell, I can use to make that wall even bigger. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it even bigger in between this video and the next after I get all this stuff back. Now, the wheels are gonna help me get back to my base so I can sell some of this stuff. But beyond that, I don't think I'm going to hold on to them. I think I'm going to sell them. So that's going to be a little bit extra money right there. I'm going to keep going up, although that might be a very, very bad idea because this is going to be really heavy on this side. And I'm not going to be able to put that many wheels on this side, I don't think, because I don't have very many of them to use, do I? How many do I have? Just one? Yeah, just one will survive that. Oh, geez. This might be kind of rough. We'll try it, though. We definitely want those girders. Those girders are things that I've been using quite a bit over there on that wall, and this is going to help us out. They're kind of expensive as well. I think they're like 850 a piece. So if you don't even want to use them for yourself, just think about selling them. 850, you know, I mean, depending on what size bot you're creating, can be an entire bot in itself. You know, like that amount of cash is a lot. Now, at the point that we're at right now, where we're creating these giant geocore ones, 850, as you can see, is just one block. But yeah, if you're not too greedy and you're not necessarily going with the bigger blocks and you're going with something a little smaller, I would highly recommend picking these things up and just going and selling them, because it's going to help you out in the long run, I think. And having that extra cash so that when you do find a certain block, maybe like the mega cannons, you don't have to worry about, do I have enough cash to buy a whole bunch of them? You do, you know, like you've been saving up that cash. You're able to just go all out and spend as much money as you want and come up with whatever design you want without being limited by just pure resources. So let's see. There's a lot of weapons here, but these weapons are not really worth that much. I could come back, and I probably will at some point come back and recycle all those. I do have the ability to do that while I'm here, but to be honest, I'm not really concerned with that. Like, I want to come back. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Get away from that guy, please. Last thing I want is him destroying my bounty, my loot, my booty. Stay away from me, man. What do you have in there? What's that on the front of your bot? Something yellow that doesn't look familiar. Those might actually be the giant-sized batteries. Are they? They might be. I might have to come back for that. Oh, crap. The little dudes. They look easy, but sometimes they can be worse than the bigger ones. They can sit right underneath your bot and just, you know, whittle you down little bit by little bit. It's kind of nuts. I actually hate those guys more than the bigger ones. Is this an enemy? I think he is. Yes, I think he is. And he's getting ready to attack my base, or maybe he's already doing it. Oh, he has one of those special ones. He has one of those special ones that are lit up because of whatever that weird issue that I was having on mine. Now, he found a good spot to kind of sit and shoot my bot. Now, they're really, really good about that. That's one thing I have to hand it to the developers for coming up with just a really good AI system that knows exactly where to hit you. And it sounds kind of weird to say, oh, you know, I got to hand it to him, but when you play games where the AI just sucks and they're so easy to kill and they really pose no risk whatsoever, it really, you know, it changes the game from something that can be quite enjoyable because of the challenge to something that's so easy you don't even know why they even bothered, right? And so I really love the fact that you have an AI. The only thing I would change on this one is the ability to control the difficulty of the AI myself. So I could say, you know, I want to come in here and do a really, really hard Let's Play of a, you know, of just my playthrough on here, and that would be perfectly fine. But it doesn't give you that option just yet. I'm hoping at some point in the future they definitely will add that. But until they do, we're kind of left with just, you know, using what we have. And, you know, unfortunately right now, that's just, you know, what they want to give you. Now, these bigger blocks I can sell, but what I'm thinking I'm going to do is actually stick them on the center pieces against the batteries so that they're kind of protecting that on the inside. And I want to stand them up like that right there. And see, it's going to get healed up instantly. Yeah, I think that's how I want it right there, guys. Again, that's just going to protect it a little bit more because the batteries are exposed. You know, if a bot came over here from this side and started shooting, it's going to destroy a few of those batteries before, you know, my weapons can really stop it. And the reason behind that is I just don't have enough weapons yet. You know, I haven't added enough in here, but when I finally do, it's going to annihilate this stuff so quickly that that won't be an issue anymore. But at the moment, you know, I can lose everything just because I'm not careful. And remember, guys, when one battery explodes, they pretty much all go. Like, it's a domino effect. And with as many batteries as I have on this sucker, it really wouldn't take that much to just undo everything. And this took me a couple, you know, I would say a couple hours, but to be honest, a lot of the time was spent going around and harvesting the leftover pieces I had left on the ground to, one, clear up the resources that I wasn't going to use, and two, to make a little bit extra cash because I needed it. You know, I needed that extra money to do the things that I want to do, or at least try to do the things I wanted to do. And you can see it jumps right there, and mainly for the fact that it's not anchored down. I really, really wish I hadn't messed that up at the very beginning, but now that it is, like I said many times, guys, I don't even know if that's possible to fix. I don't think it is, but it kind of makes a unique building because it's not stuck to the ground, and it is technically a bot because I do have a cab on here. In fact, I have an intelligence cab as well to give it that extra little, you know, protection that the guy can see what's coming and decide for himself whether he wants to attack and stuff like that. So it is going to be protected in that sense. I'm kind of interested to know if maybe later down the road I can just add wheels to this thing and take it off and just take off. You know, that's weird to think about because this is not what we designed the bot for, but at the same time, it could work. Like, it really could work. So we need one more over here, so I'm going to leave that extra one there. We need one more right here. I don't think that will fit on there just yet. I'll have to move some blocks around, so we'll put an extra one there. And we need two over here. So let's go ahead and add an extra two right there. For the big blocks, that's what I'm talking about for these big geocore blocks. No, that needs to go down, so there's room for two. And can we grab this one? Yes, we can. Okay, so there's 2 there. And since we're adding a 3rd one over here, we might as well add one of those blocks there. But before we can do that, let's see. We're going to go ahead and add that there. Again, this is for stability reasons. But because they're already down, I'm going to add a block to it. And what that's going to allow me to do is add weapons or just have my options open. Because it can't really add a whole lot to the end of that that girder unless it's studs. And the stud lasers are really good on bots because you can move your bot around and really tell it where it should attack, where it should shoot. But when it's something that's stationary, that's not going to be able to move, the stud lasers I don't really think would work that well. So I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm just kind of avoiding those, to be honest, because I don't really see them being good for me in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and put these things down on this side. It's not where I'm going to keep them, but we have a few extra blocks that we don't necessarily need at the moment, but I know for sure that we're going to use those in the future. So I'm going to put them over here where I know where they're at. It's going to add a little bit more stability, but mainly it's going to be there, you know, for the future, for projects that we're going to add on to this. And we definitely need to add some more weapons to it. So let's, out of all of that we didn't sell anything except for this tire right here. And this tire is going to get us like $1,500–1,600. So that's not too shabby, to be honest, guys. I can live with just selling one tire. Although, if we were smart, we'd hold on to it and create another bot. But, you know, we're not smart. We're going to sell it, and we'll worry about coming up with that stuff later. I do believe there's a tire over here that hasn't sold yet. Sometimes you put so many things in here. Yeah, $1,250 for that. Sometimes you put so many things in here that they get to the center, and then they just kind of sit there because it needs to wait its turn. And by the time it finally gets to when its turn is, it's long since forgot that there was even an item there, and it's kind of been knocked out of its you know, tractor beam that's kind of holding it in place, getting ready to sell. And it's fallen in between like this weird gap where it no longer knows that there's anything there. It doesn't bother to try to pick it up anymore. So I don't know how to fix that other than to re-pick it back up and throw it back in there to be sold. So just keep an eye out for that. If you throw a whole bunch of things in there really, really quickly, you may find out that it's not selling everything that you want it to. So this looks like the cab, if you ask me, guys. Yeah. And that's why I'm getting a little bit of lag here, because this cab creates so much lag. But the cool thing about the cab is it's weak as crap. It really is. It's incredibly weak as far as how much damage you can do. It's a neat idea, and I like the design, I really do, but the weapons on the cabs, which is all it has on this bot, is so weak that you can sit there for like 10-15 minutes, and if you guys watch the episode that I called Cab, you can see it for yourself. Look at that. Look at the lag just pretty much clearing up as these things are destroyed. Man, those things create so much freaking lag. I hate those things. Now that I know that that's the issue, at least part of the issue. There's going to be lag in this game no matter what, until they get around with you know, optimizing the system or optimizing the coding. But oh, there's all the batteries. No, actually, they're fuel tanks. Wow, you're not very bright, are you, man? Why would you back up into somebody when you have fuel tanks on your butt? Okay, so let's look in here. What did we get? Anything good? No, not really. Nothing good there that I can see. Now I can sell the weapons. I can sell the wheels myself using my recycler or using my my delivery cannon. The only items there that I cannot sell are the blocks, and it's simply because they're kind of bugged out at the moment, where it won't let me put them on the conveyor belts. But I can attach them to my bot, go back to the delivery cannon, the big one, and put them in there. And that's kind of what I did earlier, is sell them that way. So let's come over here and kill this guy. Wow, there's 3 of them over here, and somebody's causing a pretty decent amount of lag. So I would not be surprised if we found another bot. That looks like the exact guy we just killed a minute ago, and we're gonna kill him again. There we go. Are you dead? Yep, you sure are. I love the explosions. They didn't used to do that, but I definitely dig the way that happens. Are you? You are a bad guy. Holy crap. I went right up to that guy. I'm like, oh, why don't you attack me, please? I'll just sit here. I'm not doing anything. on, die. Die. Where are you? Where is your cab? They hide them really, really well on some of these bots to where the point is you pretty much have to destroy everything of value before you get to... There he goes. Nice. Okay, so there's a battery here. Definitely want those because I go through my power so quickly at times. We'll go ahead and put that down. Why didn't it go down all the way? Can we not put it down? Oh, you know what? Because we were trying to sell this piece of armor here, and it wouldn't quite go on the way we wanted to. So it went on someplace weird. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Yeah, we're gonna hold on to that. We're also gonna get rid of this light. I tried selling the light several times. It wouldn't really let me, so I attached it to my bot in the hopes that I'd take it back and sell it at the main place. But I always forget the light's too small. It does look pretty cool. During the night, it adds a little bit of illusion to my bot that I kind of like, but it's going to add a lot of lag. And for those of you who are like, wow, really everything in this game creates lag. Yeah, the lights especially create a lot of lag, but when you get to the size of the bots that I'm making right now, lag is kind of a thing that you're going to have to just accept. Unless you're using a state-of-the-art computer, and even then, you're going to get to a certain size that nothing you really do kind of helps with that anymore, and it makes the game a little bit unplayable at that point. Holy crap. Jeez, guys, that thing just exploded. Oh, we got another battery. Yeah, we do. Oh, and we got, what is this? A repair bubble. Nice. We'll definitely take that. In fact, we'll keep that and put it back here somewhere because we don't have anything to repair this stuff. Let's see, what else do we get? Anything good? No, not really. Oh, we do got another enemy over here. We're definitely going to come over here and kill him. Now, he does have Geocore, and you guys know how much I love Geocore at the moment. I need those pieces. Now, my batteries are wearing thin, so I'm going to have to go back here pretty soon and recharge. Oh, yeah. You busted, man. Holy crap. You did not know how to attack. That was like the worst possible outcome for you. He just charged, and the very first thing I did was knock off both of his wheels. Although he's still coming. 90% of his bot's going to be destroyed because he built it right. Holy crap, look at that. Wow, blow up, blow up, blow up. No, you're still alive? Jeez. Okay, now, how do I take these wheels back with me? Can I put them in here? Not exactly what I was hoping for, but I guess I'll take it. How about over here? Can I put these on? I can put one there. What about you? Where do we attach you? We'll attach you up here, and then we'll throw you on top. It's ugly, but it's money, and I need the money. I need the money. Okay, we're heading back, guys. We're going to go get charged up, and I think we're going to go ahead and end the video here. On the next episode, we're going to try our new bot. I'm going to create the big, bruiser, basically, that's just going to be nothing but these megaton cannons and the venture weapons. And that's kind of why I was saving up, because these megaton cannons are really, really expensive. And the venture rifles, these Uzis, are also really expensive. So for us to do both, that's going to be kind of rough on us. Now we got another one of these. Yeah, I guess let's try to take him out. He's kind of in our way. I don't think our shields would last. But if we get a couple good hits here, maybe we don't have to take a lot. I mean, we know where his bot has his... there we go. Woo, baby. Jeez, blow up for me. We will come back and pick up all of that stuff. Or at least I should say I will come back and pick up all that stuff. Is that an enemy right there? I believe there's an enemy over here attacking my base. I do believe he came in here. Or maybe he's just kind of chilling out. Not exactly a good time for me to do this. My batteries are really waning thin. Oh my god, yeah, look how many weapons he has. He's going to take my batteries down to nothing here in a second. All it takes is a few shots with all those weapons. I mean, that's just massive venture fire rifles at the top. Also looks like he has a pretty decent amount of mortars. Holy crap. Wow, I just cleared up all of this area, and now look at it, guys. It's a complete mess again. 5 seconds later, okay, well, we will fix that. What happened over here? Is it in the same spot that I left it? Kind of looked like it moved a little bit, didn't it? It's in the air. Look at that. Why is it up in the air? Did he get attacked? I think he did. Wow, that's pretty weird. I'll have to see if I can fix that. I'm not quite sure why it's up in the air like that. But again, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to leave those comments down below. I don't think I have those big fuel tanks. No, don't blow up. I want those. Oh, no. I wanted those pieces. Dang it. But again, guys, till next time.